Hey, good morning from the Pineywoods ETX. I am Kay. I'm the mama here in the Pineywoods ETX Homestead, and I usually am not on the flip side of the camera on this channel. On my other channel, I usually am. So I'm really excited to be here and share just a little bit about our homesteading journey. I just finished up this morning's farm chores, which were a little bit more extensive than usual. And also doing them solo is a little bit difficult, but I thought it'd be really fun to pop on and just kind of share exactly how we do it, because we get that question a lot. How do you guys even manage to do this? I will say it is a lot of work, but we also try to bite off a lot less than we can chew at one time, which is saying something for having 4 young kids, 8 and under, on a 6.5 acre property, and also homeschooling and being an entrepreneur. So I just wanted to share kind of what that looks like in the mornings. So we have 2 goats, 2 cats, an indoor dog, and 2 outdoor dogs. And right now I think we have 6 or 7 chickens left, including a rooster. And so that looks like waking up, making sure everybody's got water. Usually our oldest child will help with the morning chores, feeding the animals. Welcome back. You know you live in Texas if one day you are in a beanie and a winter coat, and the next day you were in short sleeves soaking up the sunshine outside. We're back on the homestead and finishing up the video that we began talking about morning chores with the animals. I think I left off sharing that our older kid right now, their responsibility is feeding the cats, the dogs, and the goats, which is fairly easy. Take a scoop of food, put it in the bowl, make sure they have water. Usually my husband or occasionally myself will make sure the chickens have feed and water in their bowls, or their canisters and whatnot, their feeders in the coop. Currently we have a dog who is on the mend from an animal attack, and so we've been making sure that we do his food because he will try and run off, and it's kind of hard for the little kids to keep him controlled while also making sure he doesn't run, because we don't want his wounds to reopen, and we also have to give him his medicine right now. So all that said, it is a lot of work when you have little kids and you're an entrepreneur and run your own business, but we really do enjoy it. And so those chores take us about 15 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes on an easy morning, and say a morning where everything is run dry, or one of the animals is being particularly persnickety, it could take like 30 minutes. So one of the things to do on our to-do list for our animals this weekend is we really need to clean out the chicken coop. It is so dirty, and we try and do that once a quarter. We really need to deworm our goats. We do that once a quarter, and we just have some medicine and a syringe and we give it to the goats. Once a month, the outdoor animals, the 2 cats and all 3 dogs, get flea and tick treatment. So that comes up in 2 weeks. I usually am the one who makes sure that I stay on top of that and have it ordered and doing it on time. And then the last thing is in February or late January, preferably, I need to take all the animals to the vet to get rabies shots, get them renewed, get their annual rabies shot. I usually am the one that makes sure that gets taken care of. I go to a clinic in town that is open on Saturdays and is super, super, super affordable. So I put all the seats down in my minivan and bring some kennels and leashes. And I wish I had a truck on those days because it'd be so much easier. But I take all the animals, all 3 dogs and usually both cats, and go to the vet. And I look so goofy, but it's honestly one of my favorite times of the year when I take the animals to the vet for those shots or checkups. It just makes me feel like such a farmhand. So that is the typical morning routine for our homestead, and also just kind of a typical to-do list on a seasonal basis on the homestead. Another thing that we need to do is trim our goats' hooves. We have a mobile vet who comes and does that, but I think we can learn how to do it. We have the clippers and it's not too hard. They're just like big giant toenails. So we need to trim our goats' hooves. And we have a little goose. I think I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't. We have a goose that we took in. So he has a little pool. Pretty sure it's a girl goose. She has a little pool inside the chicken coop for her to swim around in and bathe in. And so yesterday it took me a little bit longer on my farm chores because I had to empty the pool and let it dry and clean it out so we could refill the pool. And so let's see. Yeah, just clipping the dog's nails too, grooming our indoor dog. Hey, Daisy wants to come say hi. And then this week's to-do list is actually kind of fun because Miss Daisy here is about to be a mommy. Yeah, baby, kissy baby. She's due with some puppies on New Year's Eve. And so I am doing all the research on whelping and breeding and getting ready for these puppies. So I've been busy getting her whelping box together and talking to some friends who've breeded dogs and just learning everything I can, getting her space ready. So basically for her, that looks like we just feed her a little bit extra, give her a lot extra love. I make sure that she's put up when we're not home or when we leave the house because I don't want her wandering away, finding somewhere more comfortable to tuck in to give birth. And so just making sure she's really well supervised and staying healthy and warm. We're so excited. So stay tuned for the next video because the next video is going to be about Daisy's birth. And I'm excited to share about that. And I'm so excited to meet these sweet puppies. And if you have any questions about the homestead lifestyle, leave them in the comments and we look forward to getting back to them.